From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, welcome into another edition of The Horse's Mouth here at Tommy Max, of course, at my bar, brought to you by our good friends at Dasher and the law offices of Terrell Hogan. This is the Friends episode. It's really the B. Teal episode with Brian Sexton. He's here, but it's also the Friends episode because all my friends are at the bar. So let's say hi and welcome them in. Kurtis Loftus is up first from Deck the Chairs. How are you, brother?
Very good, Tom.
Good to see you. Welcome back.
You've
been on a couple times, I think, over the years. What's the latest with Deck the Chairs? We love going every holiday season. It's awesome.
Well, the latest is, one, we're already working, and we work year-round. And this year, our plan is to really start to encourage the dance troupes, all the performing arts groups that are out there in the North Florida area. That Deck the Chairs is open for you to consider, look at our stage, because we want to put more stage programming on this year.
If you're a dance program, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, Dancy Dance is out there. We're out there every year. There's other studios. There's room for plenty more.
Performing arts, there's music groups out there. There's twirlers.
Kurtis was telling me he sees you out there every year. Do you Irish dance? Is that
I've been in the recital. I'm actually in this year's recital as well, yes.
Right.
I played Gaston once in the recital.
No kidding.
Yeah, believe it or not, yeah.
That
the video's
alone
gone, though.
should double the attendance at Deck the Chairs that night.
You would be a good Gaston.
Let's talk some real estate with Laila Hassan, my friend. How are you, Laila? Good to see you.
Good seeing you, Tom.
Fresh off a trip to Italy, I just heard, through Little Bird, huh?
Through Europe.
How was it?
Nice.
You had a
It was
good time?
amazing, yes.
Great. Tell us about your real estate company. What you doing?
So I'm a small real estate group, Laila Hassan Group. I've been in business for 23 years, only formed a group about 3 years ago.
Okay.
It's going very well. It was initially a little bit larger, and I've shrunk it down, and it's perfect now, and I love it.
So buy, sell side, both sides, residential, commercial, all the above, all mixed in there?
Yes.
Okay, great.
I'll just weigh in here.
Yeah,
So I'm married to a realtor, as you know, and it's a very challenging time right now as realtors start to navigate. They have the National Association of Realtors with the settlement with the Justice Department.
Oh, right.
It needs some negotiation. How are you approaching that right now?
So, luckily I have a whole client base that I've been working with for a very long time, and I do still take on other referrals and things like that, but they understand that I'm there to work, and they know that I need to get paid one way or another, whether it's through the seller or through them. They understand that.
Right.
So I do think it's going to be challenging moving forward to get some people to, maybe sign a buyer's broker agreement so we can, continue to work with them.
Sure.
But others may say they don't want to, and they'll probably just go straight through the listing agent.
Listen, and one of the arguments made against it, and I know I'm married to
you're living it.
Yes.
Is that you can go online and you can basically narrow down houses that you want to see, that it does a portion of the work, but the reality of it is, and this is for you, because I know my wife's going to see this one. The reality of it is that great realtors do an enormous amount of work on both sides, and the good ones earn their money. The ones that aren't so good, the ones that are in it and kind of fade away, I didn't make any money in that business, but the ones that do earn their money.
So do you negotiate with the buyer or the seller if you're doing it right?
So now with the new lawsuit, we now have to negotiate with the buyer to pay our commission, or at least, in the very least, get a buyer's broker's agreement signed where we can then negotiate with the seller prior, as long as that's signed prior to showing the property.
It comes out of the same pot, right? Or
It really does. I think it's silly, to be honest with you, but we don't work for free, just like anybody else doesn't work for free. And we do, like Brian said, we work very hard, the ones that have been in the business, and really give it their all.
It's a disruptive moment in the industry, and the innovators will be the ones that come out on the other side better than they were before.
Beautiful. Yes. Great to have you on the show. Great to see you.
Thank you.
JD Daugherty's back. How are you, my friend?
Good.
Got a new book?
I do.
Tell us about it, bro.
Hey, it's 365 of the worst jokes ever and other not so crappy ways to start your day.
Nice.
And
all right.
It really plays into my coaching that I do, and to a lot of hang-ups that people have, be it business, professional, sales, getting stuck in our head in the what happened the day before, right? Getting up, worried about the future that you can't control, things out of our control, right?
Right.
So this allows you to take that pause, refresh on a really stupid joke, It's actually mostly, laugh a little.
Yeah.
It's mostly a journal, actually.
Okay.
So how you create your day, right? What are the 3 things I want to create? 3 to 5 things.
Yeah.
You don't want to overdo that and get into a to-do list where you just get stuck in an endless to-do list.
Yeah, absolutely.
And appreciating the day, and it explains the vibe in Brian's show. How you want to get in the emotion of the end result you want, right? How you want to visualize where you're going, and always keep that compass in front of you like that. So.
Yeah, you got to also, I think, reset every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, don't forget what yesterday was about, but reset and tack a new day, learn from yesterday, and grow in today.
Well, and part of what you're saying is you have to be intentional about it. Look, it's so easy to get to the end of your day and be tired and turn on Netflix or, get dinner prepared and work on lunches for the kids, and then before you know it, your day is gone. If you don't take some time, and I use journaling, I think it's an incredible process. Beginning of the day, end of the day, just a couple of sentences is all it takes to narrow your focus, right? So that you stay with your vision.
It's actually more important than that. It's not just a thing, right? Your input is your output, right? And so how you feel inside is what you project to the world. Whether you consciously know. And a lot of us go through the day unconsciously. Most of us go through
I tell you one thing, every Sunday or early Monday, I write my week out. I've got my days, what I got to do each day, and then who I got to talk to that week. And it does change throughout the week from time to time, but
you have
it's good to have that
be yourself on purpose.
But you got to take time for yourself. You got to take time for yourself.
Absolutely. And weekly is actually at a minimum one of the best ways. I have a lot of people that do just practice kind of weekly and then carry that same weekly plan in their pocket with them throughout the week. So.
That's good, man. Congrats on the book.
Hey, I'm excited about that. I'm actually already working on my second book.
Oh, good.
It's a new world in the books, too, right? You don't have to hire big editors, and Amazon allows you to self-publish now, so it's a different world for sure.
Best of luck with it. Thanks for being here.
Yeah,
all right, Brian, this is your segment, Be Teal, man. What does it mean to be teal to Brian Sexton?
You're asking me
I am.
what
I'm
it
gonna let
means
you
to
start it
be
off.
teal today?
Yeah.
It means having had a great breakfast at Metro Diner.
There you go.
with some friends, and Metro is one of those great spots around Jacksonville. So today, and a lot of people wanted to talk about Josh Allen's new contract, right? So holding court at Metro Diner and telling stories.
That's
which
great.
Probably doesn't surprise anybody. It's what I do.
Yeah. John, what about you, man? What does it mean to be teal?
To be teal is truly how
sit
you
with me and talk.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, love your Jaguars first of all.
That's right, man.
So the home team, but it is about that energy too, right? The team's carrying a good energy into this year, and just carrying that energy, right? And that's teal to me is one of my favorite colors too.
Great, Laila, how about you?
I feel like it's a sense of pride for the city.
Yeah.
Really.
Yep. I love it.
That's what it means to me.
Yeah, absolutely. How about you, Kurtis?
Well, I'm going to go with celebrating our outdoor space. It's kind of part of the deal with Deck the Chairs. We were talking this morning. I was sharing with Brian earlier that the fact that we have that park space and that we have it set up with a stage and it's a beautiful space. So,
no doubt.
Yeah.
Never too early to start planning your visit to Deck the Chairs.
No doubt. It's a fantastic thing right there in the heart of Jacksonville Beach. I'll tell you what, Be Teal, to me, I just went to another charity event. St. Vincent's is such a great event. So well represented. Jacksonville always shows up. We're hardworking, yet we're a very caring community. That's what makes us special, in my opinion. All right, guys, thanks for being here. Hey. Appreciate that. Hey, check out their profiles and this conversation and many, many others at dailynewsnetwork.com. Until next time, y'all stay safe out there and be cool. And we'll see you right here on The Horse's Mouth. Cheers.
The coach should be going to bed at night thinking about the athlete and how they're going to help that athlete improve. They shouldn't be worrying about how am I going to quantify their improvement, or am I going to have to keep up with all this information? Those things that are kind of background to the coach focusing there on the athlete. And so what Dasher does is it takes all those side things away, allowing the coach to focus then on the athlete.